Early reviews of Wonder Woman are in. Oh, this is a fun one. To laugh at, not watch. Hello, everyone. I am Mecha Random 42, the one, the only, the original, your favorite YouTube consumer advocate harpy. We are doing this live in the middle of a live stream. That means anything you say might pop up like puppies. It might pop up on screen afterwards in the clipped portion of this. What are we talking about? Well, we are talking about Wonder Woman, the new Wonder Woman movie that has been pushed back and pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. Well, they're finally being allowed to review it and watch it. And we're gonna read what Collider had to say about this. Oh, this movie comes as no surprise to me that it is going to be filled with, and I was kind of looking forward to it at first until I started hearing all these, oh, it's going to be this, it's going to be that, and then I started seeing more and more clips and footage. And now I'm thinking this movie is going to be a giant dumpster fire. It is going to be a giant mess of male bashing. It is going to be a giant mess of garbage, modern day things that had no business in 1984 and weren't actually there. Oh, it's not lined up right. I snap them in and they're never lined up right. Review! A review from Collider 7 hours ago. I wish this were a better movie. You really think people are going to go out and risk the great toilet paper shortage of 2020 for just a mediocre movie? I don't think I would unless I, really had to. Oh, wait, it's on HBO Max. I'm sure I'll be able to watch it in the comfort of my own home on Christmas Day when it is finally released. This is why I'm not surprised this isn't a better movie, to be perfectly honest. Patty Jenkins' sequel is a well-intentioned but sloppy punch against Trumpism. Oh, is it now? Is it now? Well, you know what we have to say about Trumpisms.
True international effort to pressure.
No. We're tired of Orange Man bad. We're tired of it. I'm tired of it. You're tired of it. We don't care. Stop being obsessed with the Orange Man. We're tired of it.
You're fired.
Seriously, stop. Guess what? He was just running hotels and going out to fancy dinners when I was a kid in the 80s. In 1984. You know what I remember in 1984? I remember getting free McDonald's because the Russians didn't go to the Olympics that year. I remember, because they had a giveaway. They had a giveaway where if the U.S. came in first, you'd get free McDonald's. I remember Mary Lou Retton. I remember just little bits and pieces of 1984. I was 5 years old. Donald Trump didn't hit my radar until the late 80s because he was just a millionaire. Was he a billionaire yet? So, seriously. Nobody actually hated him until he was, in charge of the government place. Those people. And I'm tired of hearing about him. We've been hearing about him nonstop for years and years and years and years and years. Get over it. It's over. Nobody cares. These people.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
And thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. If you guys do like my content, please like, subscribe, share. I really appreciate it. It really helps. And you are awesome. And I'm not going to be so naughty like that other actress. The review contains minor spoilers for Wonder Woman. Do we need to hear any more? Do we really want any more spoilers? Spoilers. I know, but Orange Man bad, and Orange Man bad. And did you know that maybe Orange Man? I guess he's bad. And who are we going to blame for all of the problems of the world now? Oh, you weren't supposed to know that one. But I can tell you. Should I continue reading or not? Spoil it. It's rotten anyway. All right. So spoiler. Full on spoilers.
Warning. This is a spoiler alert. The following information may contain spoilers. You have been warned.
You've been warned. Doctor Who pulled this crap with arachnids in the UK. Yes. And they're bringing it back because that guy is in the Doctor Who New Year's special because they can't be bothered to think of a Christmas one. That's a tangent. Patty Jenkins' 2017 adaptation of Wonder Woman was one of the better superhero movies of the decade and showed that Diana Prince had a lot of good stories to tell on the big screen. Unfortunately, the sequel, Wonder Woman 1984, has too many of them and no idea how to do it. Oh no, so it's going to be a giant clusterfuck of bullshit that's going to be just Orange Man bad, did you know the Orange Man's bad? And you're just a male, you're just a white dude, what do you know? All too often, Wonder Woman 1984 becomes a victim of the very excesses and shortcuts it seeks to critique, even as it tries to uphold truth and sacrifice as central values we must celebrate if we're to survive. So there's too much crap on the screen. Got it. You used a whole entire paragraph just to tell me there's too much crap on the screen. And there's too many things and too many mishmash of a whole bunch. This is a Studio Notes movie, isn't it? This is one where the studio said, and we need this moment, and we need this trope, and we need this marketing. Oh, I had higher hopes for Patty Jenkins. Now I'm worried that her Star Wars movie is going to be absolute garbage. Diana, played by Gal Gadot, is living secretly in Washington, D.C. in 1984. She works at the Smithsonian as an anthropologist as Diana Prince, while still doing some Wonder Woman heroics on the side. But her existence is pretty lonely. She strikes up a friendship with fellow historian Barbara Minerva, played by Kristen Wiig. And that's where you lose me, because Kristen Wiig is uncomfortable and awkward to look at best. At best, and kind of sad and boring at worst. So, I'm not a big fan of Kristen Wiig. I could not stand Ghostbusters 2016. Fight me. And, actually don't. No, don't. Because nobody liked Ghostbusters 2016. And I don't really find her to be very funny. A shy, awkward woman. No shit. That's what she always plays. Shy, awkward. And I feel uncomfortable watching how awkward she is. That no one really seems to notice. They both come into contact with a mysterious stone, which is being tracked by a fraudulent oil man named Max Lord, played by Pedro Pascal, which I cannot read. I'm jumping ahead, and I'm filling in the blanks like a lot of people do. I shouldn't be doing that. The stone claims it can grant wishes. Is it a monkey's paw by any chance? Is it shaped like one of those? Because if it flips you off, then that means you're done, right? Is that how that works? The stone claims it can grant wishes, and Diana and Barbara secretly tried out with Diana wishing for the return of Steve, played by Chris Pine, and Barbara wishing for Diana's strength. Both wishes are granted, but the stone, which has a monkey's paw-like twist. So this is Wonder Woman and the monkey's paw. That's what this is. That's what this is. I'm bored already with your movie, and I don't even need to see it. Oh, here we go. Spoilers, by the way. Monkey's paw-like twist to all of its wishes becomes even more dangerous when it merges with Lord and allows him to be a wishmaster. Trading wishes for more power. Does he wish for more wishes? So what? He's supposed to be... So they're saying he's supposed to be Orange Man, but that sounds like he's a little bit more like J.R. Ewing if he's an oil guy. Oh, he's a fraudulent oil... He's J.R. freaking Ewing. Because the... This is Wonder Woman meets Dallas meets the Monkey Paw Twilight Zone episode. Was it a Twilight Zone episode? As the world begins to unravel. This is just a Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episode. As the world begins to unravel, Diana must decide whether she wants to hold on to her wish or restore balance to the planet. This is going to be bad. This is going to be a hot mess. This is going to be a fun riff. This is going to be a movie I sit there and I recite lines and dialogue at the whole time. I'm game. I like it when they're so bad they're good. They're kind of entertaining that way because I can make up jokes and I don't have to take it seriously knowing that it's now a goddamn Treehouse of Horror episode. Thank you very much. Jenkins makes no secret what she's aiming for with her movie. Set in the 80s, she depicts a world of excess, self-entitlement, and indulgence. And Lord is distinctly a Trumpian figure. Well, he sounds like J.R. Ewing to me if he's an oil baron, with his reliance on mass media and conning others to amass more power. So, what about this one, though?
True international effort to pressure.
Uh-huh. Just saying, if you're gonna make fun of one, you gotta make fun of the other too. That's how equality works, right? I'm sure they don't. I'm sure they don't have a mumbly Joe on the other side spouting gibberish and BS. You didn't really have social media in the 1980s. Most people didn't actually give a crap. You would see the news or you wouldn't, and it wasn't something that stopped your everyday life because you didn't have it in your pocket all the time. To talk to somebody on the phone, you had to hope that they were near their phone and not out and about for the day in the 1980s. You couldn't just say, "Oh, I'm going to text this person." It wasn't instant. You had a morning newspaper to tell you what happened yesterday or what they thought was going to happen that day. It wasn't the same thing. And Patty Jenkins is old enough to know better. And I don't know who wrote this article, but I'm guessing that they're young, right? Are they young? Who's the Collider person? Matt Goldberg. How old is Matt Goldberg, I wonder? Lord difference from Trump by genuinely loving his child and not seeing his offspring as an extension of his own vanity. This is just a Trump slam. I am not a politics ball channel. Your Trump derangement syndrome is so pathetic. It is making me stop the article cold and point out how obsessed with him you are. You people who write these things, you people who go around your day-to-day lives are going to have nothing to do in about a month. You guys are going to have no reason to exist. You are so upset. And this is part of why I dipped out of politics ball. Because that's constant. Orange man. Constantly. For all eternity. Until the end of time. Wonder Woman is the antidote to this excess by showing that his offer of more is always based on a lie, and the only way forward is through truth and sacrifice. See, I could insert some politics ball stuff here as well. Diana herself is tested through her relationship with Trevor, and it shows that in order to save the world, she has to give up Steve, since the trade-off of her wish are her superpowers. They're going to be smashing the patriarchy too, right? That's what you guys are saying in chat. And smashing the patriarchy. Because if they set this in today's world in this day and age, it's like they admitted that they had to set it in the 80s to even get away with, girl power stuff to that extent anyway. All this makes sense, but the execution is atrocious. The film starts off with a prologue set in, I can't pronounce that, where a young Diana runs a race with other Amazons. It takes a shortcut and is disqualified. Her aunt, Robin Wright, lectures Diana that shortcuts must not be rewarded, and the only true win is based in honesty. You do know that about half, and this is as political as I'm going to get, and it's not really partisan one way or another, because, like I said, that's not what my channel's about, but you do know, if you've been paying attention to any of it, you can interpret this as anti- if you are on that other side, and I'm not just saying that because I know I have a lot of conservative sort of viewers, and I know I have a few liberal-based sort of viewers, but not so many of the alt-left wackadoo hate mob sort of types. They don't like me so much. I'm just saying, is that the only win is won through honesty. The movie doesn't fare much better for Barbara. Wig is surprisingly great in the role by conveying the awkwardness and shyness. That's because that's her whole character. That's the only character that she ever does, is awkward and shy and weird and not interesting to look at. That curdles into resentment and anger, but the movie reduces her conflict down to the stone made Barbara evil, and we need a physical foe for Wonder Woman. And that's how you get awkward scenes like Diana and Steve showing up to the White House to stop Max from obtaining total authority. But then Barbara comes out of nowhere. So this movie sounds like it was one of these little propaganda social conditioning sort of pieces that was supposed to come out last year, where they were setting a bunch of people up to be angry about what they thought was going to happen. And then this movie got pushed off and pushed off and pushed off. Now that's just tinfoil territory here. So let's just pop that off. And wow. You're not, like, I could go so tinfoil on this movie. And I think I might have to. Bravo movie for just laying it all out there. Wonder Woman 1984 becomes even more muddled when you simply try and understand what Max Lord is up to. When you lift certain elements of Wonder Woman 1984, they work, and you could see what Jenkins is going for. The Diana Steve stuff takes one of the strongest elements of the 2017 movie and transplants it into 1984. Yeah, except I've seen footage of that where she basically jumps out of a moving car to stop a bullet with her lasso that is going towards him. She practically says, "Here, hold my purse, honey." She practically does that. It's almost as bad as that, where she's just zipping around. She gets her lasso to stop a bullet that he's supposed to see coming towards him for some reason, because they forgot that he's not in slow motion, but she's... and it is so bad to look at it. Well, every time I see footage of this, it is cringe. It is cringe-alicious, cringe to the max. Gag me with a spoon. You know what? This movie's going to be terrible, and I'm looking forward to it. If I can find it earlier, I'm going to try and acquire it, because I'm not under any review embargo. Just because they got it early release doesn't mean that they didn't send me one and leak it to me, right? The film also works to create serious stakes by showing Steve as the one thing that Diana wants the most, and why the sacrifice would be so hard for her. But this entire relationship is diminished when the film is spending so much time bouncing between Barbara and Max and what they want. Because you're obsessed with the Orange Man and you can't get the camera off of him, even if you tried. Oh, also Pedro Pascal doesn't like. I bet he's mad. You think they're going to cancel him for playing a Trump allegory, right? You think they're going to cancel him? Is that why he's virtue signaling so hard? Because he's playing somebody so Trumpian, so Trumparian, that he's going to be canceled for it. There are moments when Wonder Woman 84 manages to be joyful and lean into the colorfulness of the 80s. But even here is the movie scattershot, and at times proofread. Where's my proofread? I have my proofread. Is in my Wokemons.
Proofread your shit!
And at times, or at a time, is surprisingly limp. See, now I don't feel so bad about stumbling over it. There's a set piece early on in the mall where Diana foils some robbers, and there's just nothing particularly exciting about it. I saw that. It's a bunch of guys with giant mustaches. Oh, and this is the scene. This is the scene where she's like, "Here, hold my purse, honey. I'm gonna go save the day." And my go-go boots. And my headband. And my bustier. That's what it feels like to me. But then again, it's a superhero movie, and they're all kind of like that. Wonder Woman 84 is a movie with well-intentioned message that has no idea how to put that message into a compelling story. Well, gee, because when your whole message is Orange Man bad and you're not going to have much of a story, are you? Oh, but then again, at least they didn't swap out every character in this movie in their little giant game of Wokemon like they always do. Tell me what you guys think in the comments section below. Are you going to be seeing that? Oh, he's a baby. He's a baby. Oh, he's so little. Who wrote this article? I am MechaRandom42. I'm going back to my live chat. Don't you guys go anywhere. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.